Emmanuel Lubezki is a Jewish-Mexican cinematographer. He was born on the 30th of November 1964 to a Jewish family in Mexico City. Lubezki studied film at Mexico's Centro Universitario de Estudios Cinematográficos, also known as CUEC, where he met Alfonso Cuarón. The two remain best friends even to this day and frequently collaborate on productions, making an excellent duo as cinematographer and director respectively. Here's a clip of
15,
Alfonso
16,
Cuarón on their friendship.
And we used to frequent two things. One is the same party circle, but most important, the same cine clubs. And we will always bump to each other over there. And it was not until I went to film school and a couple of years later, Chivo went to film school that we fully connected. And then we started collaborating. And he was my assistant because I was 2 years before him and I was a DP supposedly at the film school. But pretty much in the process I realized, wow, Chivo's a way better cinematographer than I am. So I said, why I fool around? I better stick to be a director and work with Chivo.
Cuarón speaks very highly of Lubezki, and you will find out why later in this video. You might also notice that Cuarón doesn't call Lubezki by name, instead calling him Chivo, meaning goat in Spanish. Though it is unclear how Lubezki received this nickname, one thing is for sure: when it comes to cinematography, he is definitely the goat. Lubezki began his career in Mexican productions in the late 1980s. Solo con tu pareja 1991 was one of his first film collaborations with Alfonso Cuarón. His first international production was the 1993 independent film 20 Bucks, which followed the journey of a single $20 bill. He is best known for his works on Cuarón's Children of Men and Gravity, and Iñárritu's Birdman and The Revenant. His work over the years has earned him 8 Oscar nominations for Best Cinematography for the following films. He's won in this category 3 times for Gravity, Birdman, and The Revenant, becoming the first person to do so 3 years consecutively. Lubezki's visual philosophy is prominent through his use of natural lighting, camera angles, camera movement, and shot duration. For a film to be impactful, the visuals must contribute to the stories and character. The visual impact would not be significant without the contributions of a cinematographer. His use of mise-en-scène, camera movement, and lighting creates a sense of realism and naturalism when capturing a film's world. Since many of these films are character-driven, Lubezki is influenced to create images that truly capture the characters' emotions and journeys. Gravity, the 2013 thriller set in outer space, won him his first Oscar. The film was praised for the way it combined 2 shots through digital backgrounds of space to create the illusion of scenes done in a single shot. In an interview, Lubezki explains that this integration of CGI and film footage isn't seamless. He emphasizes the importance of the role of the cinematographer and the use of lighting to construct the best possible look for such a film. Lubezki makes a funny remark about the most striking scene of the movie, which was used in every promotional trailer. Yes, instead of having Sandra turning in 360s hanging from cables, what's happening is she's standing in the middle of this cube and the environment and lighting is moving around her. He added, if you imagine the big box of LEDs, it has a gap that is almost 1.5 feet or 2 feet wide, and the camera has to go into that box and make all these moves to make the audience believe that Sandra is turning and turning, but it's really the camera and the environment in the box that is moving. The use of lighting in the scene also plays a narrative role, as Lubezki states. The light is friendly in the beginning of the movie, and during that shot it becomes more complex and more threatening and more dynamic. It starts to change when the camera goes into her helmet and you see the dusk and the sunset. In Children of Men 2006, this uninterrupted one-shot getaway car ambush scene has become iconic. You can clearly see elements of Lubezki's signature use of natural lighting, framing, camera movement, and one-take long shots that take the scene to the next level. The camera moves in, around, and out of the moving car in a spectacularly prolonged and dense 5-minute sequence. The movement, framing, and duration of this shot immerses the viewers into the chaotic and anxiety-inducing environment in which the scene takes place, as if we ourselves are present in the car. Lubezki pulls off a similar effect during the Arikara Indian attack scene in The Revenant. The natural lighting, one take long shot, mood and pacing going from low to high tension, and camera movement following the characters keeps the viewers on the edge of their seats, simulating the same fear and stress felt by the characters. Lubezki commented on how he executed this scene. In every movie, there are moments like that. Nothing is written. You can't go get a manual that says, move the camera this amount of feet per second. Everything is so subjective, depending on how you perceive it and how the director perceives it. It's a very complicated business. It took a couple of tries to build it to where it is right now in the movie, which is haunting and scary and mysterious. Allowing the imagery to guide the audience rather than the narrative dialogue is no easy task, but when it's well done, it can be extremely powerful. This is something that Lubezki knows very well. The way Lubezki approaches cinematography, he's the artist, the camera his paintbrush, and the canvas his shot sequences.